In the last 5 years, the number of people working as a food deliverer in China has sixfold from 2 to 3 million to now over 13 million. However, the outside world has always regarded food deliverer as an undesirable job. People say that the job requires no skills except riding an electric bike, and the work is purely physical. Also, it's a career that requires no official employment, so there's no promotion and no benefits. While there are truth to such beliefs, there's a reason why, according to research, most young men in China who don't have much education or skills prefer doing food delivery over a traditional job in the manufacturing sector. Many would even pick being a deliverer over a stable career in the tech sector. To understand why young Chinese men choose to deliver food for a living, we first got to look at the initial steps. To become a food deliverer, one has to possess the followings: an electric bike or motorcycle, a very cheap uniform from the delivery company, a smartphone with an internet connection, a helmet, and that's about it. There's no application that one has to fill out, and one can start doing it the moment they click a button on the app. This is quite affordable for most people, especially compared with traditional career options that often require college degrees and a highly competitive recruiting process. In fact, becoming a food deliverer is one of the most common paths for non-locals to step foot and work in first-tier cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. But if a job is that easy to get into, it must not pay well, right? Well, not really. Since delivery drivers don't earn a fixed salary, their pay is entirely determined by the quantity and quality of work they do. Earnings also depend on factors like location, order price, and tip. Someone who just started doing delivery can expect to get at least 10 orders a day, which equals around 1,500 RMB a month, which can hardly cover the living expenses of anyone. However, it's hardly imaginable that a full-time deliverer only gets 10 orders done in a day. Also, as one gains more experience being a food deliverer, they'll start to take advantage of patterns they observe, such as the most popular spots, how to use the algorithm to take multiple orders at once, and where to get orders that have the shortest distance. With over 9 hours of work a day and fully leveraging the peak hours, one can expect to earn over 8,000 RMB a month, and some even cross the 10,000 mark. For reference, those who earn more than 10,000 RMB a month make up less than 5% of the Chinese population. Furthermore, if we look at the other potential careers for unskilled and uneducated young men, the choice to do food delivery makes a lot of sense. Besides food delivery, there are many opportunities for these young men in factories. After all, anyone can complete repetitive tasks sitting beside the production line. But not only is such a job monotonous, but workers also must adapt to the toxic corporate culture and are subject to exploitation by the people they work for. Everyone is trying to get that promotion, that bigger paycheck, which could be overwhelming over time. Besides, your entire workday will be captured on camera, and the company can always use the recording against you. If they catch you lacking, what awaits you are punishments, including verbal abuse, the threat to fire you, and salary deduction. All these problems are non-existent for a food deliverer because you're on your own. You are your own boss, and no one will be on your ass 24/7. There are many other incredible benefits to being a food deliverer. Well, think about it. Food deliverers work as contracted freelancers. Still, they're free from the most significant challenge that freelancers in other fields face: getting the attention and trust of potential customers. As a deliverer, you don't have to spend money advertising yourself or building any connections with your customers. There's already a high level of trust between you and the customer from your link with the platform. It is similar to being an Uber driver, but that would require a much higher startup cost, and there needs to be a certain level of social skills. Flexibility is also an essential factor. Since deliverers decide when to work, there's more freedom to adjust your work time. Some deliverers overwork themselves during peak hours, around lunch and dinner time, and spend the non-busy hours on self-improvement and other side hustles. You wouldn't have such an opportunity working a day job, with the daunting 996 corporate culture in China, where one works from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. No, being a full-time food deliverer is not a perfect career. The massive amounts of physical work, the undesirable weather, traffic safety, and minimal insurance protection are all factors that could discourage someone from pursuing this. However, the fact that food deliverer has replaced many manufacturing jobs as the go-to option for the working class is purely a rational choice by the market. The affordable startup costs, the simplicity of the task, the absence of toxic corporate culture, the high potential earnings, and the freedom to work for just yourself are all factors that appeal to young men today. No exploitation, no sitting at a chair all day, just me and my bike.